Hey, NC Youth, it's Matt. Today's devotional comes from Deuteronomy chapter 25, verses 11 through 19. And in this passage, we see God's heart for the weak and how he detests injustice. And I think a lot of us have heard the tragedy this week of George Floyd. He was a man who was handcuffed by the police, lying on the floor, willing to go to the back seat of the police car, and yet a police officer who's supposed to protect the citizens of this nation, we see him driving his knee into the neck of George Floyd, suffocating him for almost 8 minutes. And a common theme for our past devotionals and a common theme for the past few chapters of Deuteronomy has been to love our neighbors. And I think one way to do that is to actually mourn, is to actually cry out with those who are suffering, who are in pain, and who are facing these injustices. And also to bring our questions, our confusion, our pain, our suffering, our anger before God, to lay it out before Him and trust in Him. And I know that sounds hard, but if we trust in man, if we trust in the leaders of this world, with those in power, they will fail us, they will disappoint us, and they will hurt us. But God won't. God will never disappoint us. God will never hurt us. He restores, He brings justice, He shows mercy and compassion, but He also mourns with us. He mourns with those who are in pain and suffering. And so I want to invite you guys to cry out to God with these people who are suffering, to join them in their mourning, but also to pray for these people, to pray for the police officers, to pray for this country and this world, that God will restore, that God will bring about change, and that He will comfort those who are facing these injustices, those who are suffering.